Hello viewers, Dan Darkfire here, and don't I look awesome? I bought this, what is it, Serene Gaze, and now I'm maging my Iron Dragons for my 6th 99. If you saw, you'll know I got 99 range, and now I'm up to 5 99s, and my next goal will be 99 magic. That'll be essentially all the combat skills then. I wonder if you are wondering why I'm not hearing any armour. Well, metal dragons from a distance will only hit you with dragonfire, and if I'm immune to dragonfire, what other protection do I need? This is going to take a bit longer than range, because range was like 200k an hour and this is 100k an hour. But probably a little more fun because I look gorgeous. And I'm a mage killing metal dragons. What more could you possibly want? I'm trying to think what I've done since the last video, since the last RS progress. I probably got lots of levels. I've gotten back into Slayer, and I think after I've done all of these 19, after I've finished magic now, then I might want to go back to dungeoneering and get a chaotic staff. And oh, I got a couple of smithing levels, and I have about 4 or 5 hours worth of gold ore to get me to 80. And that's a good idea. I'll do a video of me doing the brink of extinction. I think that'll be interesting. I could even do a guide, I suppose, but being a combat quest, I don't think it'd be that hard. And anyway, there's a wiki, isn't there? If there's a complicated quest, I suppose one would want to watch a video guide. Anyway, I want to know where I stand on prayer at the moment. So I've heard that Soul Split isn't as useful also. I object to the 892, but Turmoil and Torment and Anguish, the Ancient Curses version of Augury, Rigor and Piety, should be a lot better now because the stats you take into a fight mean a fair bit more. That's probably one of my favourite updates they've done, that your levels actually mean something in a fight. I think I've noticed it going from 90 to 99 range. So, it'll be quite awesome. I had planned for a series that I wanted to call In Search of the Wand of Treachery, in which I would go to the Wilderness Warband camps and see if I could get one. I wouldn't stop at one, unless it's really difficult, of course. I'd probably go for as many as I can, up to about 10 episodes. No, In Search of the Wand of Treachery, episode 1 of 10, 2 of 10. There might be a big finale. I could take a big cluster of friends and we just overwhelm one. My problem with Wilderness Warbands, though, is that I don't know the times. I found a schedule that I've print screened from the RuneScape wiki, and I've gone to the world at the right time, and I was getting ready to record one, but Quirus, the dusty old hoe, didn't say anything. He just sat there all like, oh, the next one's in 11 hours. Well, why don't I check every single world for their times? That don't sound very fun. Or maybe the Wilderness Warband was actually going on and it was done really quickly, which I hope it wasn't. I'm hoping this is going to be a series worth making, because as first impressions go, it sounds like it's a very quick event, and I might have to put like 6 or 7 goes into one video. And I'm hoping that my PvP skills will be adequate. in between the last RS Progress and now, the Duel Arena was updated and I was in there, and not really many people knew how to use the abilities properly. I had to kill, for every time I died, I'd killed about 10 people. And the weakest were in Dragon, the strongest were in Torva. It wasn't very hard to bring down people in Torva. This was before the armor updates. I don't know if it'd be even a little bit easier now. There was one play that really frustrated me and probably pissed a lot of people off. He was in Sea Singers and he was using the Frost Barrage, he had best gear, divine, etc, etc, and he couldn't be killed. Unless you yourself were also in Sea Singers and shit. I don't think it'd even be possible for MacLeod to kill him, which is, it's okay. I think he should stand a chance if they're bad, but I don't even know if he was any good at PvP whatsoever, because all he had to do was freeze and then run away, and when I was able to move again, freeze me again. It was just an absolute troll. No one could kill him, because like that, I went in with Royal Crossbow, Armadale Armour, when I tried to fight him a second time, and he just killed me because he was too strong. I didn't like that, because Ranger is supposed to be a mage's weakness. He killed me too fast. For my liking anyway. Which is quite disappointing. What else? Right. How many arcane stream necklaces have I lost since my last RS Progress? Just the one. But I'm still pretty cheesed off about it because I'm tight like that. And I don't want to have to dedicate the 5 hours of dungeoneering to get it back, or 3 hours, or 20 hours. I honestly can't remember. I'm looking forward to going in with all the max combat stats and being able to use the full primal, the full celestial. Celestial or celestial? Probably celestial. And Sagittarius. I think that'll be fun when I've got all that max gear, and I'm wondering if I'm actually going to be able to interchange between two styles at any point, other than on that guy who hides behind all the zombie hands. There is the one guy, the Rune-bound Behemoth, but you can just stand there and wait for the crystal to pop back up again. And as long as you have like 2 salve heals, you'll be fine. And you have to be careful he doesn't troll bolt. Troll bolt, I like that now. I'm gonna use that. You have to be careful he doesn't fucking troll bolt you with his Gra attack or whatever it is. What else can I bring up? Oh god, overloads. No, that's just too expensive. I won't bother with that for a while. Torva, Pernix, etc. Well, player imports is at least a year and a half off the full player imports armor, so it'd probably be worth buying, especially since they are stronger than the God Wars armor, and they are stronger than Ganodermic, and they are stronger than the Barrows armor. They are a power armor as such, but there's no level 80 of the same type, which is a bulky armor to compare them to, and I don't like it. If you're gonna have the choice between, I like it at level 70, right? There's your power armor for the extra damage, your God Wars sets, and there's your bulky defense armor at 70, which is the Barrows. And you have all the combat triangles in that as well. I like that. But this doesn't happen at level 80. I don't like that. I want there to be I know, how do you implement it, and what would it be worth, where would it come from? And they could be doing something else, like releasing berries. I don't know, those berries are probably, it's a nice idea. Bring back the brew. Maybe I'll be able to do the fight kill if I get some super Saradobin brews. But then we're back to restoring again. I don't know if I like that or not. And the only ever level 85 armor is still the tank armor. Yeah, it's power armor and tank armor. Hybrid armor, there is no hybrid armor because Void is shit. Might be good at the Queen Black Dragon, but nowhere else. Why? It's hard for me to concentrate on my abilities while I'm talking. I'll get better at it eventually, I suppose, but if I'm doing something stupid like casting Rack over and over again, please forgive me. I suppose I'll just concentrate on them now. There's one thing else that bothers me. I mean, it's going to take them some time to implement the level 90 ranged and magic weapons, but there's an obvious solution. If I said, oh, give yourself 3 minutes to think about it, what is the obvious solution for implementing the level 90 weapons? Hopefully you'd be able to say, oh, fuck that, there is no mage potential there, I don't think. The chaotics can stay where they are, but level 90, there's the Zarite bow. For one, it's nearly exactly the same as the crossbow, but it does an extra 5 damage, so instead of hitting 6,000, you're hitting 6,005, which is not an upgrade. What they need to do is make the Zarite bow the Drygores of range. Let's drink pot. Because the Royal Crossbow was 5 mil, then it was 500k, and now it's 1.5 mil, and I think it will go back up again to about 2 to 3 mil. Just as I'm about to lose mine. Going into the wilderness with it, because that's what I want to do on the Wonder of Treasury series. The Zarite bow, level 90 range weapon, and the Royal Crossbow, the level 80 range weapon. The level 81 is 5 mil, and the level 91 is 100 mil. I mean, it's gonna become more desirable, yeah. But the Zarite bow is more or less at the same price as a pair of Drygores. And the only way to get the Drygore potential with range would be to buy this Zarite bow for more or less the same price. Alright, the Drygores are, a pair is about 150 to 200 mil, and then special, pew, and then, you know, Zarite bow's 100 mil, or 95 mil. But it would become more desirable as it was actually useful. I mean, it's desirable now because it's ever so slightly stronger, even though it's a lot less efficient, and it's really, really pretty. But it would actually have a genuine desire by everyone, not just the people who care about aesthetic appeal, the people who want to be powerful. There's a curry on the floor. Iron Dragons like curry, did you not know that? What could they do for a mage weapon? Well, I consider the Polypore Staff and the Staff of Light to be on par power-wise. What if they had, I don't know, it'd be an easy way just to get one in there and be a bit lazy, but I suppose they could extend the, the Polypore dungeon. They could have the level 90 magic staff, and they could also have a wand as well. What if they implement a new boss, and what if you had 3 new bosses and they all dropped 3 shards of a wand, and you'd have to get a master smith or master runecrafter to put it together? That'd be great. there's something else I want to do later video wise, and I know it's kind of silly and it's never going to happen. No, wait, we cannot give up. It will happen. I kind of want to plead to Jagex to implement 120 skills at some point. All of them. Not just fucking dungeoneering and divination. Divination will be awesome, by the way. There are so many pieces of content you could add. They could be working on them now, and a year later they could implement it all, and it would be so fucking awesome. There's a lot of gaps you'd have to fill, and there'd be a lot of problems, and it probably might need a load of beta testing, but the way I see it, I don't think it could be any larger than the evolution of combat. And the evolution of combat was being developed for 3 months and bug fixed for 2 months, for 1 month, and then it was reworked and changed a bit once in February and a little bit in September, and then it was all like, right, we're releasing it now. So if you think in terms of the Jagex year time scale, it wouldn't take that long, and there'd be so many awesome things you could do with 120 skills. Anyway, I don't want this video to be too long, so I don't want to talk about why they so much should implement 120 skills. I might do it in another video. Maybe I'll do some kind of, what do you call talky video with Josh and maybe some other people about RuneScape. I suppose that is all I have to say at the moment. I will continue working on my magic for the next couple of weeks. Thank you for watching. Just get a bow in there. Just get a bow. Oh, our bow didn't work. There we are.